All right, today we're gonna go check out another studio setup. Today's is gonna be an interesting one because it is a setup in a prefabricated shed in the backyard. The name of the studio is called Flam Rest Studio. It's operated by a couple drummers, so you know it's good. The room is sort of designed to be a drum room. Now, again, it's in a shed, so it's very, very interesting. Great guys running it, Brian, Clancy, Isaiah Perez. Very cool spot. I'll put the links to it down below. Give them a follow. Go check it out. If you're looking to record some drums, you're a drummer, you're trying to do some content. Thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. I want to shout out the guitar amp I've been using for the last 6 to 8 months. It's the Supro Blackmagic Reverb. All tube amp, 2-channel input, has a great reverb, great tremolo on it. Been doing a lot of guitars lately, a lot of guitar stuff. It's been a lot of fun. That guitar amp has been super useful since I got it. So if you want to check it out, there's a link to it down in the description. Thank you again, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't know this, like 65% of you watch these videos regularly and aren't subscribed. There's a subscribe button right there. Just hit the subscribe, just do it. It's fine, we're friends, it's okay. You can hit the like button too, it's fine. Do me a favor and leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this studio setup, and let's go check out Flam Rest Studio. I guess you could tell me about like the treatment and stuff.
He built all these custom panels himself. He's got the styrofoam diffusers coupled with the more fabric and insulated panels. But one of the cool things too, he actually built them two-sided. So you can take them off the hooks, you can flip it, and on the other side he's got like a wood siding on it so that you could get more of like a lively sound out of the room.
That's cool. So you got the hooks and mounts on both the front and the back.
Yes.
All right, so we got some panels, some sort of engineered wood floor down here.
Yep.
These diffusers up on the top, you said he made those?
He made those himself, yep. And a lot of people know diffusers can be super heavy and just so intricate to build. That just goes to show how handy and clever Steve is.
Yeah, this looks great. Sounds really good in here too for a shed, man. I mean,
I know.
You got this front wall up here with this is killer, man. So it's like a listening, mixing spot, editing, all that. And then you've got storage up top too.
Yeah, the whole listening area honestly is a bonus. Like, I didn't even know that existed. I just thought, you know, it was a shed that I could throw the drums up in, and when I first showed up and saw the desk, I was like, oh, this is great, because we can work on something and then boom, I can flip over to the desk and get to working on stuff. So
yeah, this is a cool desk too. This is very reminiscent of the Output platform desk.
I know, you mentioned that earlier, and again, I think he built this himself.
But it's got these, it's like extended with shelves on it, which is super cool. And that's like something that's lacking in the Output desk. So you got the fridge in here. So we've got HVAC, you got a mini split, and you got a refrigerator.
I know, we
got a couple windows, but you got them shaded off, which is nice.
Yeah.
So you can get that daylight if you want.
We could, yeah.
We've got some JBLs. Now, are these sort of like the house speakers and interface?
Those are the house speakers. I've still got my mixing set up at my place. That way I can still work from home if I need to. Those JBLs aren't bad, dude. Those were like one of the first monitors I ever had. So I was like, all right, it's like an old friend. Yeah, he had the whole thing rigged up. Like, all I had to do was bring my computer and that was it.
It's nice that there is that little overhang, especially with lights.
I've worked on some stuff in here so far. I'm still learning, but it's kind of weird. It's like a bass build up right here. And then if you step like here, you kind of lose it. But then if you move further back, it's like, whoa.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Slapping you in the face.
All right, and then obviously, drum room. Tell me about the majority of the work that you're doing in here.
Again, this is a super brand new space to us. We're trying to stick true to what we've always done, and that's, you know, focus specifically on drums. He's a killer drummer as well. I handle a lot of the audio side of things. So between us creating content for ourselves, being able to track remotely for other people, whether that's us or other drummers coming in here, that's what we want to offer to people, is a place for drummers to come to film their own content, record some stuff they want to record, or we can offer a place that you can come and track songs that you got for a project you're working on or anything like that. I believe that we got what it takes to get you awesome sounding drums.
So I see these lights in here. I did not bring these lights. You guys are kind of set up to do content as well. Like if there's
Literally.
drummers who are trying to do content, is that a part of the thing?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've got a lot of friends in town that I love to work with that are amazing drummers, and you come in with a list of songs you want to do, come in, knock it out. Yeah, so the kit that's up right now, that's Isaiah's kit. It's a custom kit made by a company called Heart Custom Drums. I want to say they're based out of Phoenix. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I don't even think they make drums anymore.
Heart Custom?
Yeah, I mean, this kit specifically is kind of crazy because, you know, most kits are like 6-ply shells. He decided to go 10-ply on everything.
Wow.
So these things are like super beefy and punchy. And then he's got my old DW black nickel over brass snare. And then I've also got my drums, snare drums, and all that stuff as well. He's got a mixed match of cymbals. He goes between a company called TRX, which I actually used to play as well. I think this is a 19-inch LTD crash ride. This is a 22-inch LTD crash ride. This is a Zildjian 20-inch custom dark crash.
Ooh.
That thing is awesome.
Got a big old China.
Yeah, dude. And then this is a 18, I believe, Zildjian A custom China.
Oh my gosh.
The hats over there are some TRX DRK over BRT hats. And then this is my little 10-inch TRX Alt Splash.
These styrofoam diffusers are kind of blowing my mind.
I don't know where he got them. And I feel bad because I've definitely knocked into a couple of them and broke little pieces off. But not to be a skeptic, but I wonder how much they actually do being styrofoam compared to...
I would imagine it's better than flat drywall.
That is
diffusion,
true.
You know, it's got to be relative. But
That's true.
All right, and then is this your rig over here?
Yes. So I'll usually bring my computer with me, and then I'm running my Apollo 8P paired with one of the Audient, blanking on the actual name, but it's one of their 8-channel preamps. But yeah, just rocking some good old digital preamps until I can afford to go the analog route, which I'm hoping that's gonna happen this year at some point. It's a nice little compact unit. It's super flexible. I mean, it's on wheels, so it makes it super easy to just roll around.
And then when you have clients in here and you're engineering,
Yep.
is that sort of like a package deal? You can get like the room with you as a package?
Yep.
That is killer, man. It's nice to be able to pass that off to somebody else. You got some more snares over here. Who are these? Just like a combination of all your guys' stuff?
Yeah, it's a little stash. These 3 are mine, and then
Yeah, dude.
these are 2 of Steve's snares. He's got a couple more, but he's a drummer as well, and he's actually practicing for a gig right now as we speak. This is a 6.5 by 14 copper snare from Vertical Drum Co. That's a 14 by 6.5 raw brass from Vertical Drum Co. Same size aluminum snare from them. This thing sounds awesome. I actually played this the first day we moved in, and that thing sounds killer. And then this is a quirky one. Steve was telling me, because it's got no logo on it. So he said it's made by Pure Sound, which is the company that makes the snare wires.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess it was just like a prefabricated shell or something.
Cool.
I'm interested to try this out. I haven't yet, but he's told me it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Options is great. I mean, luckily between these 3, I can cover everything. I mean, most of the time I just use this guy.
Yeah.
And that thing is like my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows me knows that I have that with me all the time. So this is my custom kit made by Vertical Drum Co. I've got the 12, 16, 24. I have a 10 and a 14 that's up in the storage loft up there.
Oh, wow.
Love this thing. Love that company. They deserve so much credit, and they've taken amazing care of me. So,
Vertical Drum Co.
Yep. And I guess the first time you came, I wasn't endorsed by them.
All right, let's talk about microphones, because you got a pretty sick mic setup going in here.
All right, so for the kick, I've got 3 mics going.
Oh, nice.
Probably can't see very well, but I've got a Beta 91 made by Shure on the inside.
Yeah.
The second kick in mic Some people might think I'm crazy. Got this idea from my old teacher / friend over at Dark Horse, but he kept telling me I need to try a MD 421 on the inside of the kick. So I've got that going in there. It sounds awesome. Heck yeah. I love it. Nice and punchy, dude. It's got that nice like mid-range thump that I look for in a kick. Yeah. And you don't have to work as hard for on the back end. Sure. And then the kick out mic is the Warm Audio FET 47. You have to have one of those mics, I feel. It's just one of those staples. Yeah. So on snare top, we've got the Shure Beta 57A. I really love this because you get a little more rejection out of like the hi-hats and cymbals with this mic compared to a normal 57. And speaking of 57, that's what I'm rocking on the bottom. So on toms, this is a cool story. Any drummer that's out there, you probably watch like the Meinl cymbal videos on YouTube. I've literally studied those things to death. And like I noticed in a lot of the videos, they use the same microphone package in all of them. And I'm like, what are those mics on the toms? So I deep dived into it. Turns out they use Audio-Technica AT25s is what they were called. Okay. Now they don't make them anymore, but they came out with this version that's called the ATM 230. From what I was told from the artist rep, they're pretty much identical to the 25s. They're just a smaller format. Nice. With a newer build and components and all that stuff. These things have been killer. I love these on toms. The rejection is nice, and they give you that punch, but still retain that low end that I'm looking for in toms. Heck yeah. So that's what I'm rocking on those. Hi-hat and ride are both SE Electronics SE7 small diaphragm condensers. Crazy expensive mics. Pencil condensers? Pencil condensers, yep. Yeah. So these are brand spanking new. So this is a company called T-Garden Audio, and they're actually based out of Nashville. A guy reached out and he's like, hey, I'd love for you to try these mics out. It's their PPC 125s. They're supposed to be really smooth on the top end, which is something I look for in overheads. Sure, yeah. So to hear that, it had me very intrigued. So I literally threw them up today before Andrew showed up, but I've got some stuff coming your way soon. Yeah, well, go follow Brian so you can get a full review on his Instagram. Yeah, definitely some stuff coming. And there's another mic they sent me too that I'm really eager to try out. I'm doing 5 room mics. So as my close set of stereo rooms, I'm using the Royer 121s. Yep, beautiful. These are killer. I'm really digging the vibe that they give. I love ribbons on rooms. It just helps make the cymbals not so harsh. Yeah. When you go and crank them up. My mono room mic, which is just right in front of the kit, is the Warm Audio 47 Junior. It really opened up the room. So this thing is awesome. And then my far rooms are the Warm Audio 14s. Those really help to open the space up. I started out with them on the floor and I dug it, but I wanted more distance. It's nice that you can put them up there and like totally get them off the floor too. Yeah. So how are you liking this so far? I love it so far. This has been the biggest blessing in my life, and it came at a really crucial time. I can't even tell you all the ideas that are running through my head and goals for this place, but we've been talking about vibes all day and manifesting things. Yes. Yeah, I'm happy for you. This is it's nice to have somewhere to go to, you know? Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with working from home, but sometimes it's cool to just like go to work and have it be like a dedicated thing like this. And it's really, really cool, man. I definitely agree on that. Even when I had spots in my own house, it's like sometimes it's hard to get yourself to go do it. Yeah. And this way it's like, I got no option. I have to go. Yeah. I gotta work. Let's say I'm a drummer in Nashville and I am trying to do some content, and what's the way to get in contact? Yeah. How do I find this place? Through my personal Instagram, which is at Brian Clancy Drums, or you can reach out to us on our studio page, which is called Flamrest Studios. Dude, thank you so much for having me. I'll put links to all the stuff down in the description for anyone who wants to follow you, follow-up review on some mics. I know you also do drum content and stuff for other people, so I'll link to all that stuff below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.